Hello, my name is Mark Verdell. Welcome back to my channel, Mark Verdell Creations. Today we're going to be talking pouring mediums, how to make them, what they do for your paints, and how to use them. Okay, give me just a second and we'll get started. Okay, the first pouring medium we're going to be making today, you make your pouring mediums out of the base for house paint. Okay, for this one, the first one we're going to do is Sherwin-Williams Infinity Semi-Gloss. This is it. It's in the base C. And you get this untinted. This is untinted paint. Okay, you're going to get this. And you're also going to need a gloss varnish. You can use this, Minwax. Okay, make sure you get it in the clear gloss. Minwax polyacrylic. You can also use the Josonia. Let me find my Josonia. I'll be right back. You can also use a Josonia varnish. You see that? Now this varnish is a little thicker than the polyacrylic, so if you're using a deep base house paint, it's pretty thick, you may want to use the polyacrylic. If you're using a little bit thinner base, like the Glidden, you want to use maybe the little bit thicker, the Josonia. Okay, let's get started. First, I take a container, and then I write what I'm going to be putting my pre-medium in on it. So this says Infinity Sherwin-Williams, and that way I know it was made from it. Okay, the first thing you do is I always take my big can and I put a little in a smaller container so I'm not always having to open up that big can. Okay, so you're going to take, to make your pouring medium, it's very simple, very simple. You're just going to take, I mix this 3-to-1, so it'll be 3 tablespoons of the Infinity house paint base. Take 3 of these. There's 1. 2. 3. Okay. My paper towels. Clean out your spoon. And then with this mixture, I use the Josonia varnish. Okay, that's this here. It's 3-to-1, so we had 3 of the paint. And now we're going to do 1 of the Josonia. Okay, get that in there. Okay. And then mix, mix, mix. So you want to mix this up really well. You want to scrape your sides. Make sure you stay on the bottom and scrape your bottom real good. Get it all incorporated as good as you can. You want to check your consistency. You want it to run nicely off the stick. See how that runs pretty nicely? That's a nice consistency. And that's it. That is your pouring medium for your infinity. It's very simple to do. Okay, and then next we'll be making the Glidden Premium pouring medium. Hang on just a second. We'll be right back. Okay, the next one we're going to make is going to be the Glidden Semi-Gloss. And this is the base that you use. It's Glidden Premium Semi-Gloss. Okay. And it's the base 3. You see that? Glidden Semi-Gloss, base 3. This is untinted paint. Untinted. All right. Okay, it's very same as you did for the infinity. 3 tablespoons of paint, 1 tablespoon of the Jasonia varnish. Just about all my recipes I got from Jody on the Painted Dreamer. That's my girl. She helped me out so much getting started. I mean, she made it easy to be successful because her tutorials are just so easy to go by, and she's such a great artist. And I like to thank her for putting her videos out because man, they did a lot for me. Some of my favorite artists is Jody with the Painted Dreamer. Uh, I love Charmin Khan. She's one of my absolute favorites. Love her to death. Nikki D. I think these women are, oh man, they're on top of it. They are so good. So that's 2. And this is 3. Okay. Depending on what kind of type of painting you're wanting to do, you'll leave your paints sometimes a little thicker, sometimes a little thinner. If you want to do a style like Charmin Khan, where she does a lot of modifications on her pieces, you may want to keep your paint a little thicker. That was 3. And then we're going to do 1 of the Jasonia. Okay. Stir it up really good. Stir, stir, stir. Scrape your sides. Stir, stir, stir. Okay, I hope everybody's having a great day today. It's evening for me right now. It's around 7:30. I figured I should be out here doing a video since I'm not doing anything, so I came out to cut a video. Well, since I talked to you last, the Super Bowl's over with. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams. Man, I was glad to see old Matt get him a ring. He sure deserved it. He'd been around a lot. Been beat up a lot. But, alright. That's it for that pouring medium. The next pouring medium we're going to be making will be made with the Behr 8300. Okay, for the Behr 8300, this is it. You want to get the Behr Inner Exterior High Gloss Enamel, Deep Base 8300. Okay, this is a very, very thick one. Probably one of the thickest ones you'll ever work with. I have one more that might be a little thicker than this. Okay. And of course, I put it in a smaller container so I don't have to work out of that. So the Behr's a little different. It's a lot thicker. So we're going to use the polyacrylic on it because this is a much thinner varnish. And it'll help thin that Behr out. Okay. Now then, on this Behr, it's so thick that I do a 1-to-1 ratio. So if I do 1 tablespoon of paint, I'll do 1 tablespoon of the varnish. And you can adjust it however you like. If it's still a little too thick for you, use a little more of the varnish, you know. Okay. So here we go. We're going to do 2 of these. And see how thick that is? Man, that's some thick stuff. But holds color beautifully. I do love the Behr. A lot of people are giving up on it, but I still love it. There's 2. Okay. Wipe it out. And then do 2 of the polyacrylic. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay. Stir this up. Now, if you get this stirred up and you think it might be a little thin, you can just add another dollop of the Behr to it, thicken it up a little bit. That came up a little thin, so next time we make it, we'll probably go 3 to 2. 3 of the paint and 2 of the varnish. That's a little thin. So let's do another tablespoon of the paint. Give that a stir. And that feels pretty good. And there's the consistency. Runs off the stick very nicely. I like that. Okay, there's our straight Behr mixture. And that's 3 parts paint, 2 parts polyacrylic. The next pouring medium we're going to make is going to be made with this. This is the Valspar Ultra Semi-Gloss. You can See that? It's in the base C. Okay. And with this one, this is kind of a thinner paint medium, so we're going to use this triple thick by Verithane clear varnish. It's the clear gloss varnish, triple thick clear gloss. Make sure it's the clear gloss. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now for this Valspar, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of the paint base. There's 1. See, this one you're going to find is quite a bit thinner than those first 2. Even a little thinner, I think, than the Glidden. So that's why we're using the thicker varnish on it to help. Sometimes you got to thicken a little bit. That's 2. And there's 3. Okay. Okay. Now for the triple thick. And then 1 of the triple thick varnish. You'll see that it's much thicker than the other varnishes. Okay. Then I write what they are on the lids. Okay. And mix, mix, mix. And there you have it. Okay. Okay, our next medium. This is a medium that I'm going to try. It's one that I've never seen, but I just wanted to try it and see what kind of results I get. This is a very thick base. This is Valspar Porch Floor and Patio, and it's a base 4. Can you see down there? Base 4. This is a very thick one. I'll definitely be using the polyacrylic with this. We're going to mix this at a ratio of 3:2. 3 paint, 2 of the polyacrylic varnish. Alright, so we're going to do, this is very, very thick, y'all. So we're going to do 3 of the paint. Now this also will work as a great thickener. So you got some paints that are a little too thin. You want to thicken them up a little bit, just put a little dollop of this stuff in there. And boy, or the Bear 8300 is really good for a thickener. Sometimes when you use fluid paints, it's 2 and 3. Sometimes when you use fluid paints, your paint will come out a little thinner than you intended. You can just stick some of this, a little bit of dollop of this off in it, and it'll thicken it right up for you. Or the Bear 8300, either one will work. Okay. We're going to do 2 of the polyacrylic. 1 and 2. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. Okay. I might have thinned it out a little too much. I'm just going to put a little dollop more paint. That should do it. Probably should have used some bigger containers for this. I got these little containers at the Dollar Tree for, you get 4 for $1, so I had to get me some. That was a great deal. They hold almost a perfect amount. You're not always going to make up a bunch of pouring medium to do your painting because you don't need that much. So this will usually hold just about the perfect amount. And there's times when you're going to be working a lot and go ahead and, make bigger recipes. You just double everything or triple everything, depending on how many paintings you're going to be doing. And that's very nice. That's about right. So there's the Valspar porch and floor with the poly mixed to 3.5 to 2. 3.5 of your porch paint, and then 2 of the polyacrylic. Okay. I know some of you might not be able to get out to where hardware stores are and stuff to get your paint. If you got a Walmart, I wanted to try to find something that people could just go to Walmart and get whatever they needed. Now for this test, we're going to try this base here, and it is Color Place by Walmart. Okay, and this, when it's, you want to look for the base, accent base satin. Okay, this is an untinted paint. This is just the base. Okay. All right, we're going to mix this one also 3 to 1. You're going to take 3 tablespoons of the paint base. 2. And 3. Okay, and with it, we're going to use the Jasonia. 1 tablespoon. And stir, stir, stir. Alright. That's a nice consistency. It's a little thick. I'm going to add just a pinch more of the Jasonia. You may want to try making this with the polyacrylic, and it may be just a bit better. That's still very nice. A little thick, but it's workable. You can always thin or thicken your paints after you mix your paint with them. Okay. I would definitely make this next time with the polyacrylic. Okay, our next pouring medium is where you mix the Behr 8300 Deep Base with the Glidden Premium Base 3 Semi-Gloss. And you're going to do 1 tablespoon of the Behr, and you're going to do 2 tablespoons of the Glidden Premium Semi-Gloss. And then you're going to put 1 tablespoon of the Jasonia varnish. So, okay. So we're going to do 1 of the Behr. Sometimes the Behr can be a little thick by itself, so sometimes you'll mix it with a thinner paint base to get a better consistency to paint with. So that's 1 of the Behr. We're going to do 2 of the Glidden. This is actually one of my favorite pouring mediums right here. I really like it. I have some great results from it. Beautiful. Beautiful, vibrant colors. That Behr holds color really good, but it can be hard to work with because it's so thick. I think my favorite overall, though, is probably the Infinity. I really like the Infinity. Alright, there's 2 of the Glidden, 1 of the Bear. Okay. And we're going to do 1 tablespoon of the Josonia. Okay. And you get a, there we go. And mix, mix, mix. Alright, there you have it. Very nice consistency. Okay. Okay, our next medium we're going to make, this is something that I'm just coming up with. I want to try it and see how it works out. It's going to be the Valspar Porch Floor and Patio Base 4 with the Glidden Premium Semi-Gloss Base 3. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of the Valspar Floor and Patio, and then 2 tablespoons of the Glidden Premium, and then 1 tablespoon of the polyacrylic. Man, this stuff is thick. My goodness. So there's 1 of the floor and porch. Base 4. Okay. Let me give you a tip. When you go to get your paper towels, man, don't buy the cheap paper towels. You'll use a billion. I use Bounty. They're worth it. They're worth it. My favorite paper towel. They really hold up. All right. That was the Valspar. Now we're going to do 2 of the Glidden. Okay. And then 1 of the polyacrylic. Have a little plastic in this container. They didn't get off when they trimmed them. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. And there you have it. Very nice consistency. It runs nice and smoothly off the stick. All right. And that's it for our pouring mediums. Our next video, we're going to add paint to our pouring mediums, and we're going to paint with them. We're also going to cover cell activators and what they are, how to use them, how to make them. Thank you so much for your time. God bless. Thank you so much for watching my video, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.